on back of a horse or a donkey and literally drag him through the towns of Haiti. This is the treatment of the U.S. 1915 to 1934. And on top of that, they changed the Constitution. Emperor Jean-Jacques Dessalines, who just celebrated a birthday, I believe it was the 106th birthday, if I'm not mistaken. I had to do a math on that. But he just celebrated his birthday, September 21st, right? He rewrote the Constitution he amended the Constitution that Toussaint Louverture wrote, General Toussaint Louverture. He put in the Constitution that no foreigners can own land in Haiti. Mind you, Emperor Dessalines, who was definitely a cutthroat brother, Pan-African, before the name Pan-Africanism even was created, he probably was the father of Pan-African. We always say Marcus Garvey was the father of Pan-Africanism, but the truth be told, it was Emperor Jean-Jacques Dessalines of the Haitian Revolution, who was the lieutenant of General Toussaint Louverture, who paved the way so that Haiti could continue to fight, which Dessalines took over and whooped the French in the Battle of Vertières in 1803. Now, I'm telling you guys this history, so I want you guys to kind of follow along to see how the United States and France and other powers that be are implicated in such a serious crime of completely destabilizing a country, a government, and its people. So it isn't that Haitians don't love being Haitians or don't love being in Haiti. Haiti is a beautiful country. Y'all only see what they show about the big city of Port-au-Prince, which is, and the reason why Port-au-Prince is parts of Port-au-Prince are so poor, which is just one, it's the capital. Now it's the capital. But it used to be, the capital used to be in the cap. It used to be the capital up until about 1771. And, you know, powers that be changed and moved it, you know, from the north of Haiti to the south of Port-au-Prince. And Port-au-Prince is, I've never been to Port-au-Prince. I've been to the Cap Haitien, different parts of Haiti in the north, but I've never been to Port-au-Prince. Because I was told, don't go to Port-au-Prince unless you're with somebody from Haiti, because Port-au-Prince is the Wild Wild West. And why is it the Wild Wild West? Your President Clinton, and I'm just going to brief history. I don't really want to go too deep into it, because I really want to go into what's going on right now, today, in Haiti, and why we got our brothers and sisters, our black brothers, beautiful black kings and queens, princes and princesses stuck right now under the bridge in Haiti. Our African queens and kings, African princes and princesses are stuck under a bridge in America on the Texas border. That's where I'm getting into. But I want to just kind of pave the way, because some people are ignorant, not on purpose, because, hey, you guys want to talk no real history. Most of America was not taught. Matter of fact, the world, even in France is trying to hide, you know, France and Britain, they're trying to hide their involvement in slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had nothing to do with it. And I kid you not. They really feel as if they had nothing to do with it. And that this is all, you know, just our fault. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to pave the way so you guys can understand why and how Haiti is the way it is today. So I'm getting that last caveat. Just bear with me. So now we have the Clintons. Bill Clinton and the Clinton Foundation, which is a straight up fraud, and they will never face any crimes because they are part of that clique. You know, the what's that organization called when they rule the world? It's the World Trade Commission or something like that. If anybody understands remember the name of that, I'm gonna pop it up. It's called the World Commission. It's abbreviation for it. And thanks to Dr. Umar Johnson, brought this organization to my attention, because I didn't know about this organization. As a matter of fact, the Obamas, Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's in it. Bill Clinton's are in this group. It's a very fancy, powerful group The name I can't. I really want to come up with this name. It's gonna pop in my head at some point in time. But the point is, it's a World Trade Commission, world, whatever. The important thing is about this organization, and the name gonna come to my head, and somebody's gonna put it inside the comments. I already know it's a World Trade Commission, World Federal something, yada yada. But it's a collection of the rich and powerful people of the world. And so what they do with this organization is that they form the policies. These people aren't elected. These type of people are not elected. They're too powerful, rich to be elected, like the Rothschilds. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, the Rothschilds created this organization. So it's going to come to my head on what's the name of this organization. And I really want you guys to understand Rothschild started the world. Give me that name. What's that name organization? What's the name of the organization? Oh, I want to know that name of the organization. Oh my God. So somebody's going to come up with it. Now, what Clinton was able to do, now Haiti has rich, fertile land. Matter of fact, General Tucson used to always say, our prosperity lies in our ability and success of our agriculture. And he kept saying that was the slogan back in his time. Our agriculture, the success of Haiti is based on our agriculture. So he had people repeat this almost it was like an incantation. Incantation is like some positive that you say. Hey, how you doing? Hey, yes, I'm good. I'm good. How you doing? He kept having people say that over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew that this land is fertile. We the top producers of sugar, top producers of indigo, the top producers of coffee, indigo, sugar, rice, mangoes, lumber, mahogany wood. And there was another product Haiti was known for other than the sugar. Coffee and sugar. 60% of the world's sugar. 60% of the world's sugar came out of one small island. The United States was even though the United States was very heavily involved, or the colonies at the time, very involved in slave trade, it was but nothing comparison to what was going on in Martinique, what was going on in Bahamas, what was going on in Jamaica, what was going on in Grenada, what was going on in Brazil, Cuba, Haiti. The slave trade in those countries was astronomical. Like, you know what I mean? You got damn near 2 million people enslaved during the slave trade, the Atlantic slave trade, and brought them to the Caribbean island. Clinton, what he was able to do, he was able to get the president of the time, or the government of Haiti, to agree to a ridiculous deal to increase the rice, lower the minimum wage to $1.60 a day, not even an hour, $1.60 a day. Expect you to live $1.60. Try to live $1.60 a day in America. It costs you probably $5, $10 just to be in your house, your living room, and that's just on a basic level. And he made them increase the price of the farmers, to increase the price of the rice, and the poor are the majority of the rice, 90% of the rice from Arkansas. Why the hell would Haiti do that? Why in the heavens would Haiti do that? It makes no sense. But he was able to destabilize the farmers who live in the rural areas. Now they can't make no rice, can't make no money. The people can't afford the rice, it's too expensive. They gotta get this cheap, bleached, health hazard ass rice from Arkansas. And people got it because it's free. Why would you buy rice when you're getting free rice, even though it's not good for you? Why would you do that when you can get the rice for free? So Haiti has been directly impacted by the negligence of puppet, corrupted politicians who the United States, both Bushes, Clinton, President Obama, Trump, and Biden, I just named you about 5, 6 presidents, they all elected these presidents. These presidents was put in power. And the first Democratic president Haiti ever had was President Aristide. And they even took him out of office twice. Twice. The one who was elected by the people, the U.S. got rid of. Why? Because he asked for that same money I just mentioned to you guys. He asked for reparations from France, and France and the U.S. collided together to get him out of office. We need a real puppet. So they ain't got a puppet. That's what happened. That's what's going on in Haiti. That's what's been going on in Haiti. On top of that, you got the earthquake in 2010, who killed nearly 300,000 people, and many people are convinced to this day that this was a man-made earthquake. United States put atomic bomb in Japan. Why wouldn't they put a bomb under the earth if they know they're gonna find billions of dollars in a particular country, which just happened to be Haiti? Right after the earthquake, 30 days later, oh, look what we found. We found some gold, oil, minerals, oil. The oil in Haiti is so rich, it's even by geologists, they even stated that this oil is better than what's in Venezuela, who's supposed to have the top oil in the Western Hemisphere. So Haiti is by far not poor, ladies and gentlemen. Haiti is extremely rich, not just in natural resources, but also in history. America has never taught anybody real history, not black real history, real black history, but their own history. It's like the African proverb. The lion will always tell the story because the lion is what eats everything. So they can always tell their story, but they're never going to tell the story of the gazelle. But until the gazelle wins, the story of the lion will always be told, and the lion is America. Lion America. That's what you should be calling it. Now, another thing I want to bring to your attention. Not only did they, now just to summarize it, I just told you about the 150 million francs Haiti had to pay, thanks to President Pierre of Haiti, agreed to make a deal with the devil. Agreed to make the deal with France, who's definitely the devil. They changed the border of Haiti to make Haiti smaller, make DR bigger, and they give hundreds of thousands of guns to DR to protect their border. Protect it from what exactly? They forced Haiti to import all their rice when Haiti could grow their own. Haiti had been growing their rice since the beginning. Then they go ahead, change the constitution to make U.S., France, and whoever, God knows who else, could come and buy land in Haiti. Matter of fact, Bill Gates got hundreds of acres in Haiti. The Clintons, Hillary and Bill Clinton, got hundreds of acres of land in Haiti. And for what? Can they just happen to love Haiti's poor country? The U.S. built the biggest embassy in the Western Hemisphere in Haiti. Spent down there, I don't even know what the budget was for that embassy, but it's the biggest one of the biggest in the world. In a poor country. Why we have so much invested in the poor country? And why hasn't Haitian history been taught in school? I'm gonna tell you why. I'm just invite answers into this conversation because we need two songs. We need Jean-Jacques Dessalines, King Henry Christophe. We need Moïse, Mackendal, Bookman. So, you like little incense and light candles, water. I didn't do any libation, anything like that, but hopefully we do libations tonight when I speak at the 1906 150-year anniversary of the race massacre that happened in Atlanta. Perfect timing. I cannot wait to get on this mic, let me tell you. And it's going down tonight. Go to KevinDorver.com, more information. Now, we here in 2021. Another earthquake hit Haiti. This time, just a couple thousand people died, which, not just, like it don't matter. Of course it matters. Every life matters. One too many died. Now, we have roughly 15,000 Haitians under a bridge, and whose fate is in the hands of the U.S. Haitians who are seeking asylum, just like Afghanistanians, the Arabs are seeking asylum in America. 100,000 of them, only about average 12,000 of us, of our black, beautiful kings and queens, princes and princesses, But they could let 100,000 of them come here, have passports ready, jobs on deck, shelter on deck, clean food and water on deck. They have all these things on deck for them. But when it comes to us, y'all eat shit. Go ahead, eat shit. Tupac said, Michael Jackson said, don't really care about us. And they showing it. Biden act like an ostrich, hiding his head under some rock, hiding his head under the feathers, and not addressing the issue. And he's still going with that Title 42, that BS policy that Trump passed. And he swore he wasn't gonna do anything like Trump. He's gonna get rid of that policy. And he reneged on it. Which is cool, because that's American way. Renege on your promises. No shit. Look what happened to Native Americans. They were wiped out. Now that we're here, what are we gonna do from here? I had a friend of mine, I will call it an advisor. Hopefully he sees this video, and because he called me this morning. I texted him the video that I did the other day, that was entitled, the racial treatment. What was that title of that video? It's definitely about the situation that's going on in Haiti. Better days for Haiti. America should be ashamed for Biden's poor leadership in dealing with the Haitians and Afghanistan. Now, Afghanistan have every right, as I mentioned, to be to come to wherever for asylum, because the Taliban gonna kill them. Like, we know that off top. Taliban stay crazy and they got money, and they live by and die by for what they believe in. Now, give them that, but as far as killing people, chopping their heads off, innocent people, man, like, I'm not with that at all. You know what I mean? But the people of Afghanistan, and I'm not mad at Arabs. They should be kind of trying to come over here or wherever. But what I don't like is the fact that the international community remains to be silent in the middle of a crisis that Black folks are going through, particularly African countries and the Caribbean nation. Now, I'm reading this article. I read this article this morning saying that the Caribbean Caucus, I didn't know this Caribbean Caucus, the Congressional Black Caucus, they all are being vocal about talking to Biden. Listen, man, we need to stop kissing the oppressor's ass right now. We need to get back to the blueprint, what our ancestors did back in 1804, which was do for self. Jean-Jacques Dessalines had a quote. The emperor had a quote, "Kubetet Bule Kai," and he did that to all white. Well, a lot of people believe he did all white folks, but it was just the French. He wanted to chop off the heads of every French man and woman he can find. Not that I agree with that, especially when it comes to women. But the slave owners, slave masters, those men, and what the torture and the debauchery going on in Haiti back in the day, I see why his mindset was like that. You cannot play with the devil. And we've been playing tiptoe with the devil for so long. As a matter of fact, we shouldn't be asking America for help. Fuck the U.S. government. We need to be in Haiti. The African Union, who is silent on the matter, by the way, which I'm surprised that they even rejected to have Haiti as part of the African Union. Now, I understand Haiti is not connected directly, part of the continent of the motherland. I get that. But where do you think Haitians came from? There's a big Nigerian population in Haiti, northern Haiti. Most of the Haitians that part of the revolution was from the homie, Benin, direct descendants. Matter of fact, General Toussaint, under his leadership, he was going to bring his top 1,000 soldiers to Africa, to the slave ports of Africa. Do you know why, ladies and gentlemen? Hey, what's up, Betty? Do you know why he was going to bring his top 1,000? The man who just whooped, who just embarrassed George Washington, Napoleon Bonaparte, and whoever else at the time, he was coming to the slave ports to fight the slave traders, the slave catchers. He's getting ready to chop their heads off at the borders, at slave ports in Ghana or wherever, the Ivory Coast. He was coming to do that. That's the kind of man Toussaint was. He wasn't just caring about Haiti. He cared about the freedom of all people, particularly Black people, African people. Not to mention, he was a descendant of a king in West Africa, the homie, which is a warrior kingdom. And we were never taught this type of history. Never taught this history because why? Because his history should not ever be praised. Anything Haitian shouldn't look good, according to America. One, we wrote the second Declaration of Independence. Toussaint wrote the second independence, 1802. Wasn't published until 1803, but he wrote the first, one of the first the declarations of independence in the world. So, and it's so close to America. That's embarrassing to the United States that a black nation who fought for their freedom, the first only country to actually win the independence, to revolt and win and build their own country. The first country to ever do it, first and only country, ladies and gentlemen, to do it. America talking about land of the free. Haiti was a land of free. They talked that shit. We did it. We did it. Haitians did it. We did it. Black folks did it. Frederick Douglass talked thousands for I don't know how many hours. He spoke in front of thousands of people, preaching and telling people to move to Haiti. Marcus Garvey was getting ready to move to Liberia, which is a lot of American descendants, by the way. Before W.E. Du Bois hated on Marcus Garvey and completely stopped that movement. Haiti has always been the beacon of hope up until the 19th century. Always been the beacon of hope up until the middle to late 19th century. The United States is supposed to be the beacon of hope. But Haiti has always been the real life, true beacon of hope. And now our people need hope. I watched a video of a young man who was under this Texas bridge, and someone shared it on Instagram. I don't remember what the name of the Haitian group on Instagram, but hopefully I can find that name right now because I want you guys to follow them. Also follow me at Courage to Believe on Instagram. But I want you guys to understand something regarding what this young man said. You know what I'm saying? And he asked this question, man, and it hurt me. Like he had a somewhat a full interview, but what he said, man, it really was painful because you feel this man pain. Like you feel it. Like, you feel it. He said, "Will I ever live again?" This is what I'm listening to right now. He's talking about his kid and his daughter who's stuck in Haiti or somewhere. Okay, he's been in Chile. So Chile might be stuck in Chile. He's been there since 2010. No family's helping him. No one is helping him. No family. He has no money saved. See, my jean vivre encore. That means will I ever live again? So he walks away from the camera because he's about to cry. This is a grown man with a daughter and the mother of his daughter who are stuck. And when he said, "Man, would I ever live again?" Man, when he said that, I was like, damn. This man has lost hope. And I knew that our people were going to lose hope after that earthquake. One, the president was just assassinated, international plot, implications of the American government, DEA, CIA, possibly Colombian government, who else? Haitian politicians were involved. This was an international plot to assassinate this man. They take away the leadership of Haiti, who was heavily criticized. I also criticized his staff. I didn't want him to get assassinated. I criticized his policies, but I didn't want him to get assassinated. You know what I'm saying? Let democracy take its place. Let the people vote for another president. They took him out. Another earthquake happened. Was this man made again? Was this the HARP technology that I've been talking about in my other videos? I don't know. They let that happen. And so when I watched the interviews and reading the articles about that, I was like, oh man, they're losing hope. They're going to leave. Either they're going to commit suicide or they're going to leave Haiti. That's what I told myself. So you're starving to death. You stuck in the rain, tents broken up. You wet all day. Ain't no food. Why not leave? And if these earthquakes, hey, bless up Mario, if these earthquakes were not man-made and they were natural, which earthquakes do happen, I can't blame that on the United States. In fact, the earthquake happened. But the fact that there isn't a government in place to help the people in dire need, their own people, to meet their basic needs, that's a big problem. That's a humongous problem. And the fact that Biden administration continues to ignore the fact that there are people waiting to hear from him and his administration on what we're going to do exactly, they should not be deporting them back to Haiti. They are seeking asylum just like Afghanistan's. All I'm asking for is justice. And it's the land of the free. Justice for all. They reach the border. Every time something happens, and it's something between the Haitians or another country. Back in the 90s, it was who? The Cubans. So they created wet foot, dry foot. You get to the land, you free. That applied only to the Cubans. When Haitians get here, they land, they touch the sand. Get what happened? They get deported or sent to Chrome, which is a prison. So there's always been some kind of bias against Haitians because we black. We're not the right skin color. And another thing is, I think the Biden administration and what they're doing, I believe there could be a demonic twist to it, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's much deeper than we thinking. We thinking they just don't want like us. I think they have a more demonic, more evil plot of something they want to do. I really do believe that. It's something that they got a big man. Believe me, these powers that be, they plan 10 years ahead. They literally plan 10 years ahead because they know. They understand that when you, in this game of life, you playing chess. It's not checkers. All right. Let me read some of these comments here. What's going on? Created. But I'm still looking for this thing that the Rothschilds traded. You guys gotta know the name of this organization. There's a New World Order. No, it's not the New World Order, but definitely World Commission. So I was right. It's called the World Commission. Report of the World Commission. World Commission powers created in what year? World Commission on Environment and Development, 1987. So they give a report every year. I want to know what exact year this commission was started. Was it 87? I'm not sure. But we're going to get it. Well, Rothschild traded the world elites. These people are the elites. Here it is. I got you. Trilateral Commission. That's the name of the organization, Trilateral Commission. Wow. So they're going to block this information as well? Oh, they're blocking it, huh? Trilateral Commission. That's the name of the organization I was trying to tell you guys about, the Trilateral Commission. Make sure. Trilateral Commission. Oh, Rockefeller. Interesting. Non-governmental forum that brings together prominent citizens from North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. And these trilateral commission is extremely powerful. It should not be underestimated. No way, no how. Now, our people traveled literally through 11 countries. Now, there's an article by BBC titled Haitian Migrants at U.S. Border. We've been through 11 countries. So they interviewed this man, this young gentleman, and he tells a story about what he was going through. His name is Pierre. His mother was among the 2,200 people who died in the earthquake that just happened, trapped under the rubble of his home. His father lost a leg. Mr. Junker shows me photographs of destroyed house on his phone, and begins to fight back the tears. I have to keep going. My father has no one now. The only person who can send him money is my brother in the US, and I need to help him too. So the biggest fear of Mr. Janvier and other Haitians at the restaurant's plastic tables is not dying in the desert, but deportation. Haiti is like hell right now, he says with seriousness. There's nothing for me there, nothing. If they're going to send me back, they may as well just kill me, just end it all. Did you hear that? What I just told you guys? Haiti is like hell right now. There's nothing for me there, nothing. If they're going to send me back, they might as well just kill me, just end it all right here and right now. This is the sentiment our people in Haiti have right now. This is how they truly feel, and they have every right to feel that way because this is the reality of the situation. How and who? How can you send people back to a place there's no government, no protection? You completely destabilized the whole country. You crippled the government. You stole all their money, which was going to be used to start the country. You put these puppet presidents. You create the army there, which in a sense is really the U.S. Army. You have UN peacekeepers who not really peacekeepers, but probably people believe that they're really U.S. soldiers or mercenaries wearing UN uniforms, raping the women and the boys. There's plenty of articles about that, sodomizing young kids out there in Haiti. Get these kids pregnant. On top of that, spreading AIDS. You take out, you destroy the rice business. You force all the farmers out of the rural areas where they was making their money, being self-sustainable, to force them to move into the city of Port-au-Prince, was overcrowded. People living in tents ever since the earthquake 11 years ago. But then on top of that, you're not even going to respect just off GP. You know what I'm saying? Just being a man of honor, a woman of honor. And I'm sure there's some good senators in the U.S. Congress. I'm sure there's some good. I'm gonna say it again, so people don't think that I'm just criticizing them. They got no love for our people. You're right about that, Darlene. Let's up Mark TTV. Do you think although some Black Haitian people and other Caribbean people from Jamaica have false belief that although poor in their run the oppressor's country, thinking better off building up our own? I absolutely agree. We must build up our own. I absolutely agree with that. And please, everybody who's watching this, please share it, like it wherever you from, wherever you at. Put on your Twitter, put on your Instagram, Facebook. Man, I don't care where you seeing this at. And as a matter of fact, 70 on top of GP, what I was saying, just off the strength and being a country that believes in freedom, believe in giving back, believe in supporting others, especially those who support them, right? How about there were 545 Haitians that fought in the American Independence War? You guys never heard about that in school. I know I did. You know what I'm saying? I didn't learn that until I was in my 30s. Really, 35 years, probably 32, 35 years old. That's how I learned that. I went to college, everything. But I graduated college. I didn't just go to college. I went to college. I read tons of books. I never heard about that. I never heard about the Haitians who fought for American independence. And they yet still want to slap us in the face. Don't care about us. And there's a lady who had a comment because I posted a picture on social media about Dijon Dessalines chopping off a Frenchman's head. And it had the sword in one hand and the head in the other. This was an image that scared the Jesus out of white folks back in the day. They were like, what? Black folks, these so-called slaves, and I never don't call them slaves, always enslaved. These slaves chopping off heads of white folks. How can this be? Should not be done. This is despicable. These are devils. These are savages. What y'all been doing? What make y'all okay to whip us and chain us and chop our heads off and mutilate us? That make you guys saints and us savages, and we doing it for our freedom. So this one lady was like, we shouldn't be posting that. This is not good for Haiti. Yada yada. Who cares what the oppressors think, man? Stop thinking about that shit, man. We need to be standing up for ourselves. Every Black nation in the world right now should be at Haiti's doorstep right now. Shipping planes, shipping boats to get them and bring them to their country until Haiti can get itself right. because Haiti ain't gonna get itself right now the way it is. And the gangs that are running Haiti right now, and I'm hoping that some of them got the spirit of Tucson in them, or Jean Dessalines, we need to expel the French, the U.S., and God knows whoever else up out of Haiti, as far as government-wise. They need to get up out of Haiti, let Haiti do their own thing for the first time since 1804. We need to be doing our own thing completely. Stop waiting on begging the U.S. to help us, because they're not going to help us. I definitely agree with stop. Well, I want them to come in America or wherever to get help and support, because kids are dying right now. That's when y'all gotta be able to draw the line somewhere. You feel what I'm saying? If y'all believe in God and have any type of faith and hope, right now is the time to show it. Faith in action. Faith with no action is dead. We need to be showing them support any way, anyhow. Shout out to the Haitians out there in Miami protesting right now. Shout out to the Haitians up there in New York protesting right now. Shout out to those who come to Texas, who are on their way to Texas, and I'm really praying on. I'm really fighting not to go to Texas. You know what I'm saying? I'm really fighting not to go to Texas, and believe me, I'm about that business to go out there and protest. And I might go out there and crazy and slap a few custom agents, you know, in their face, because I hope they try me like that on a horse and try to tie me up. I wish they would try something like that with me, because believe me, boy, I'm not a good Negro. I am not your good Negro. Baldwin said that poem back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not your Negro. I'm gonna say I'm not your good Negro. I'm one of them field Negroes that would have been shot off their heads too. I would have been protesting, rioting, revolting, and all that. And we need to be doing that right now. I am disgusted by the African Union. I cannot stretch that. I am man. I even met in this is before I went to London, 2016, 2017. I met the president of the African Union at the time. You know, at the African Union building that's across the street from the United Nations building, because I was up there for a conference, youth conference. And those who don't know, I do have a nonprofit organization, Courage to Be International, and we host the annual Black on Black Crime Solutions panel. We host the C2B Chess Club and Youth Mentoring Program, and now we're kicking off the Rosette Pierre Creative Arts Center Museum, which will be the museum here in Atlanta, but in Haiti, in Cap Haitian, we're gonna build an empowerment center where we will be teaching the youth how to start their own business, be self-sufficient, and how to become entrepreneurs. You know, if they want to do it in Haiti, God, when they do it in Haiti, because that's the whole point. All the intellectuals leaving Haiti. All of them left Haiti. Either they were forced out, or they were in prison, or they were killed. But many of them, not all intellectuals, let me not say that. There's still many intellectuals in Haiti. There's people who live by and die by Haiti and will not leave. And thank God for you. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for that. But we need to be able to get the African Union, and I can't believe the African Union refusing to allow Haiti into the Union. How? How? Haiti is filled with Africans. We are African. If there should be any exception, it should be with Haiti. What Haiti is going through right now is a disaster. It's inhumane treatment. It's illegal. It's against international laws right now, what Biden is doing. Sending them back to a place that they're running, they're fighting for their lives. Can you get that? Can Haiti get a little love, man? Can Haiti get a little love? Now, there's a movement going on right now. People are whispering, but it needs to be a movement going to Haiti. I put my cat, not going to Haiti, but definitely going to Haiti. But what I meant was, on top of that, was going to Texas, D.C., the protest. All you bourgeois, fancy Haitians who want to beg the white man for everything, who want to, plead and be on your knees for help and support, fuck all that. It's time out for all of that right now. Right now, what we need to be doing as a collective, as a black nation, as a black people, way before Marcus Garvey was saying it, but at the time when General Toussaint was saying it, Jean Dessalines was saying it, not saying it, but they were doing it. We need to collectively reach out to our leaders. If you're in the United States, reach out to your mayors, your governors, your senators, your congressmen and women. We need to reach out to them Definitely, there's a NAACP has a petition going on that everybody writing letters to stop deportation of Haitians, which is I can't believe that shit, man. We gotta beg for that, man. But anyway, before I get into that, they're saying that they're gonna deport them. Some are gonna stay, miraculously gonna stay in the United States. Vast majority of those 11 to 15,000 Haitians that came, that walked that 20-day walk through 11 countries. And people ask me, how did they do that? How were they able to walk from here to there? You brought down in Ghana the day of the King March on Washington. Oh, I did not know that. I did not know that. But what I want to put in here, so you guys can see this image, man. Okay, this is like, anyway, I'll tell you guys how they walk. Chile. I want to paint a description. I can't be out here all day. I got things to do. I'm getting speed editor tonight, so I want to get my mind, my energy wrapped around my conversation today in Atlanta. All right, tonight at 6 o'clock. Brazil. They went to Chile, Brazil. Wow, man. 11 countries, man. What countries they had to walk through? I just want to make sure you guys get a clear picture, and you might want to grab a map to understand what type of hiking they did, man. What type of how many? I mean, it is 11 countries. Oh my God, 11 countries, man. 11 countries, and we're gonna turn them back. It's like having to guess who rode and caught a flight all night to get to the house, but you tell them go to a hotel or go sleep outside. That's how we treat our guests. 11 countries. I want to make sure that I have a clear picture of how many countries they walked through. Haitians walked. 11 countries. This is absolutely ridiculous. How did they walk through 11 countries, man? How did they walk through 11 countries to get to the Texas border? And we're going to have the audacity to turn it right back around. I'm going to put my, I may create a GoFundMe to help support some of the people that's going. Don't be surprised if I become one of them. You know, I just had a baby girl, and so it's going to be somewhat tough for me to just leave. But then again, it is what it is. But I really want to make sure that you guys have a clear picture before I get off this thing. These people say they walked from Brazil to the United States. Some people, okay, here you go. Through South America, Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Central America. Some of them died along the way. Hundreds probably died along the way. Crossing rivers, swamps, jungles, harassment from different militaries around these countries, police, criminals, smugglers. I mean, this is ridiculous. These people went through, and you know that saying, that cliche, through hell and back. They literally made parts of Haiti a hell, and these people going right back, the hell and back. And we're not gonna do nothing about it. Now I done put my website up. You guys have it. I got my GoFundMe for our Rosette Pierre Creative Arts Center up. Definitely, we raised $500 for that. We need to raise more for it. I believe I have to create another GoFundMe. I think it's only right to create another GoFundMe. It isn't cool to use the money that we raised $500. I don't want to use that money towards another different cause, even though it's going toward Haitian people. But I do have my Cash App up there. We definitely, trust me, this is not going to be the last time I talk about this. I think about this all the damn time. If I'm not thinking about my daughter, I'm thinking about this. Like straight up. If I'm not thinking about my daughter, I'm thinking about this. And as a matter of fact, there's times I'm thinking about this as I'm talking to my daughter. You feel what I'm saying? So, all right, I have this up. Julian Ray, then we be free. When we stop believing the white Jesus, and then we be free. We agree. Peace. Where the money going? Good question. The money for this will be going towards the trip to Texas to get the water, get the food, to support the people who are literally need to take baths, probably haven't taken baths in days, weeks. That's where the money going. And you know what? When people ask me questions like that, and I'm assuming you coming from a good heart and good intention. When people ask me questions like that, are you somebody who actually gonna support Mrs. Peach Brown on Facebook, Peachy Brown Facebook, or are you just somebody who's talking just to be critical? Because if you're just talking to be critical, man, go kick rocks. But if you are somebody who's talking because you truly want to help and support, then good question. Because right now, there's people out there who are struggling, who are dying, who just simply want to get fed. If I could get me like 100 good, matter of fact, if I get me like 100 good plates and get the trucks who can help us bring food out there, and people will volunteer to do it. If I do that for 2-3 days and be out there to do that, I would do that. If I got to sleep under a tent, and I've slept in tents before, camping and just messing around, I could do that again. But people who ask me or asking other people and who ain't gonna do nothing but stay on Facebook and social media and YouTube all day talking jazz, man, shut up, man. We tired of y'all coon ass niggas, man. For real, man. I'm tired of it. Enough is enough. Today is the day. It's the beginning of a new day for Haiti and Haitians in the future of our country. If America ever gonna be the land of the free, please show now that you are the land of the free. But if you're gonna be hypocrites like George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, and the rest of the presidents, then what's been said, what's been shown through the history books will continue to be true. And people are losing faith and even hope in America in the first place anyway. Now, I'm not asking for help to just feed myself. I got my own business. I do my own thing. I sell my own books. But one way or the other, things will change. Now, I've shared my information on YouTube, on Facebook, Twitter, and I'm hoping definitely some of you guys step up. My Cash App, Courage to Believe. At Courage to Believe. Matter of fact, I probably should put it through the chat line here on Kitty Next Door, OFC. I know what OFC is. Definitely thank you guys for tuning in. I actually got to get going. I got some business to take care of. Big business to take care of. What's up, Vu? I just can't believe it, man. Our people, I gave you guys a clear example. I'm gonna give a quick summary of everything you just said that led to today. The destruction of Haiti has directly because of the rapacious greed of America and France, robbing, vampire, sucking the blood out of Haiti, sucking their spirit, their motivation for life, sucking the finances out of Haiti. Been doing it for centuries, not decades, y'all. Centuries, controlling the presidents, causing them not to be able to grow their own rice, mutilating the people, enslaving our people, and then have the audacity. They even changed the constitution of Haiti so they could buy the land, which gives them power in Haiti, which I hope one day that we reverse that policy in Haiti. And I hope, and as a matter of fact, Haiti was in the process of changing the constitution before. Maybe that's why President Maurice was assassinated. One of the reasons he was going to change the constitution to reverse it so that foreigners cannot buy land in Haiti. By buying the land, they have power in Haiti. They have invested stock in Haiti. Bill Gates, the Clintons, God knows who else have hundreds of acres of land in Haiti right now as we speak. Jean Justine put in the constitution that this was gonna no foreigners could buy land. We probably wanted to say, oh, but no white people can buy land, but he put that in the constitution. U.S. came 1915, 1934, occupied Haiti, changed that constitution so that U.S. can buy land in Haiti. Forced the government to pay people only $1.60 a day, which is extremely unfortunate. And now we find ourselves in a position to where Haiti has problems feeding themselves. This is the situation we find ourselves in right now as we speak. So all black people need to come together. It's our only way. We lost the love for each other by being separated by flags. Ooh, that's deep, Mark TV. Hey, Mark, man, I don't know if you got a show or something, Mark TV, man, but that is deep. Flags. Mark Garvey again said, we suffer because of petty differences over flags, or what stopped the slave boat stop, where the slave boat stopped. That's the only difference between us. We allow white supremacy to divide and conquer us. Now we must allow black supremacy, black excellence to unite us. That is what must be done. This is a direct slap in the face of what the U.S. is doing to Haiti, has been doing to Haiti. And what we need to, and what must happen at this point moving forward, we must take control of our own fate, be masters of our own shit. Not just show love to Haiti, little droppings of donations here and there. No, we must stand up in the gap for Haiti. Right now, Haiti cannot support themselves. They've been completely and successfully destabilized by foreign governments, so they can rob and pillage the country. Now, I've been saying it for years, and I'm going to say it again. They promote you guys, and because you're ignorant, you wouldn't talk no real history, so you don't know no better. You're gonna go with most of y'all only go with the media tell you. Haiti has been completely destabilized, and telling you guys, the media been telling you guys. Pat Robertson, who else was that? There was another pastor, Pat Robertson, crooked ass, and these other people telling y'all, oh yeah, Haiti made a deal with the devil. Yeah, they made a deal with the devil, all right. White devils of America, of France, and Canada, to name a few. That's the deal they made with the devil. But they've been able to successfully destabilize Haiti, making Haiti not able to support themselves, the inability to support themselves. No type of infrastructure that can combat an earthquake, that can combat an assassination. You got a prime minister who possibly was part of the assassination plot against the president, and actually they succeeded. But you're gonna take people who running for their lives, walks for their lives, fighting for their lives here in U.S. borders, but you have the audacity to say that we owe Afghanistan because of 20 years of war in Afghanistan. What about the 100+ years you've been occupying and destroying Haiti? What do you owe Haiti? Nothing but a bottle of water in a tent and a trip back to Haiti. You know what I'm saying? We fought for American independence. As a matter of fact, Haiti greatly increased the size of America because of the Louisiana Purchase or the Louisiana Territory. The Louisiana Territory increased the size of America. We possibly speaking, all of us be speaking Creole or French right now in America if it wasn't for Haiti winning the independence, causing Napoleon and all of France to sell Louisiana Purchase at about 3 cents an acre, some ridiculous price like that. You feel what I'm saying? The size of 530,000 acres. 530,000 acres to the United States for $15 million. Man, this is crazy, man. This is absolutely asinine what's going on. And just in case you guys didn't know what Louisiana Purchase is, I'm gonna tell you right now how big Louisiana Purchase is. Oh, believe me, you're gonna learn this history today. Now, senators and governors, and shout out to Chuck Schumer and New York governor, who gave is he a governor or senator? Let me make sure I know it. I gotta give him his proper shout out, man, because dude stood up for Haiti. Telling the president what he must do, right? All right, Chuck Schumer is a senator. Senator in New York. I was right the first time. You never doubt yourself. Now, the senators, governors, the congressmen and women in these following states need to step up and step up big regarding what's going on in Haiti. Not just now, but going to the future. And I'm going to leave with this because it's 11:25 and I got better things to do. Well, not better things, but other important things to do. But my website, of course, I told you guys, kevindover.com or divineartsandbooks.com. You don't see divinebooksанdarts.com. You see the stuff I'm talking about right now is why Facebook and Instagram block kevindover.com. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you see me talking, and sometimes I post, so it's on Facebook and Instagram, you'll see divineartsandbooks.com. All right? But either website got mainly the same information. Divinebooksarts.com is my art stuff and stuff we're doing for the Rosette Pierre Creative Arts Center, which I implore you guys to support because we will be for sure doing work in Haiti. We already got the building. We just need to furnish it and get the supplies for the people in Haiti. Go to my website, kevindover.com. You'll see and you see the flyer, and you will see the big GoFundMe thing and all of that on there. KEVINDORIVAL.com. Please support that mission. All right. Now, the following governors, senators, House reps, National Black Caucus, and you'll be doing more than just talking. These following states, you guys need to step up because these states would not exist if it wasn't for Haiti. Louisiana, North Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas, Colorado, my own Wyoming, South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, Montana, and parts of southern Canada. That's just above Montana. These are the states that were created because Haiti whooped the slave masters and we fought for our freedom. These are the states that must stand up and first and foremost get rid of Title 42. First and foremost, and if you guys are listening to the words of King Kevin, if you're in those states, you need to be riding to Texas, either riding or flying to Texas, El Paso, go to that, find that border, and we need to protest there. We need to be protesters on the steps of Washington, and we definitely need to be coming up, formulating the plan so that I started to say this earlier. Jovenel Moise was trying to work on changing the laws. One thing I did like he was changing the law so that Haitian American or wherever you are in the world, if you are of Haitian descent, which I am, my mom and father both Haitian from northern Haiti, Cap Haitian, the Cap, which is the home of the soldiers of Haiti. You know, I just got to put it out there. That we can run for president or political office in Haiti to help Haiti. So hopefully that does change, and then I'll be running for president. You know what I mean? And trust me, it will be a military dictatorship, not as cutthroat as G-Doc Dessalines, or nothing like Papa Doc or Baby Doc was doing. But definitely, I will stick a foot in the U.S. ass, France, and Canada. Anybody trying that BS coming in, and why would the Clinton Foundations and these NGOs build all these soccer fields, man? They don't know damn soccer fields. Where the libraries at? Where the hospitals? Where the schools at? Where's the infrastructure? Where's the support for the police? Those $13 billion, those are the type of things you do with $13 billion that the Clintons pocketed or the Red Cross in Clinton's pocket. Those are the type of things you do. You don't go build soccer fields. We don't need no damn soccer fields. Not at all. All right? Anyway, y'all, bless up King Kevin, man. Hopefully y'all hear the sound of my voice. Y'all find something, struck a nerve what I said. You know what I'm saying? Some people may still think, people like me who are being vocal are just scams and we just trying to get money sent to us. The hell with y'all. And the heavens with those who support us, all right? I do appreciate the support. KevinDover.com, CashApp at Courage to Believe. The GoFundMe is Rosette Pierre Creative Art Center and Museum, which we will be building museum here in Atlanta, Georgia, and hopefully also build a museum in Haiti. But in Haiti, for sure, we're going to be using the Rosette Pierre Creative Art Center, which is a house that my mom left for us before she passed away. Rest in peace. We're going to refurnish that building and turn it into a community center to where We'll be giving out supplies. We're mainly teaching the youth how to be self-sufficient, how to survive in the 21st century. I will personally be there frequently to help those children. But we got teachers and volunteers already on deck and waiting for the thumbs up and the financial support. Please do this today or save it when you get paid. We'll take $1, we'll take $1,000, $10,000. We need sponsors, supporters from every, I don't care where you're from or where you at right now. This support must be done. This is something that has gone far too long, and I'm going to specifically post this thing here again, so you guys can have all the links. You're going to have the GoFundMe, you're going to have the website, you're going to have everything you need to go ahead and support King Kevin Dorval and what we're doing. And my nonprofit, we do have nonprofit. I'm going to post it. I can't post it on Facebook, because Facebook literally blocked all my website except Divine Arts and Books. So thank God that I still have a website that they will not block. Okay, but I'm going to post our nonprofit website, which is thecourage2be.com. So you guys do your research. See that we are a real organization. It's not a scam. We do have a 501c3. We've had it since 2015, but actually been operating since 2010. So just unofficially operating, doing our thing. This is the name of our organization, The Courage to Believe. So if you're on YouTube or you're watching this video, you're gonna see that I can't put it on. Unfortunately, I can't put it on Instagram or Facebook. But what I will do is this. I'm gonna put The Courage to Believe. I'm gonna put a crown.com. Matter of fact, put a Haitian flag.com. So you guys can have that. And that's the website there to our nonprofit 501c3. You get all information on there about our mission and what we are doing, what we've been doing. You know what I mean? This is nothing new to us, man. King Kevin been in the building. You feel me? We've been in the building. We've been supporting the community and been doing community work. Do your research. Full name Kevin Dorval. And that's all I got to say, y'all. Y'all be blessed. I was on here for an hour. Well, actually, longer than an hour. Hour and 11 minutes. And I'm glad and thankful for the fact you guys were able to tune in and listen in. Go live to the whole conversation. Definitely appreciate you. Love y'all. Bless y'all. I'm going to go post it on here. I know I can't post this video, because YouTube, Facebook, got like a few haters on there. It is what it is. I had to say something, man. My boy Mono always tell me, man, don't worry. The energy you putting on this ain't worth it, yada, yada. But you know what? To me, it's worth every hour, every minute that I spend, discussing this issue, because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. Sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. So that's what it is, y'all. And this is going to be it. I can't post it, unfortunately, because of the policies they got against me. You got haters everywhere. So I gotta move there. Boom, there it is, Haiti.com. All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed. Peace. Play a little music. Woo! That was one heck of a video, y'all.